Hey, this is Joe from SoFly, and in this video, we are going to export WordPress users to CSV using WP All Export. So the first step is we'll go down here to WP All Export and select New Export. And then from the pull down, we're going to select Users. Next up, we have some filtering options here. Now, these 960 users, this includes the admin account, which I don't want to include in this export. So I'm going to add a filter, and I'm going to say, for the user role, if it does not equal admin, add the role, and then you can see now we have 959 users that will be exported. And that's all of the regular users on our site. That does not include the admin account. All right, then down here, we have two options, migrate users and customize export file. We're not going to be migrating in this video. We just want to make a nice custom spreadsheet. So we're going to click customize export file. So here on the left, this is our export file that we're going to be creating. We can drag and drop to rearrange these elements just like that. Then we can preview it and see what we have. So you can see we have our ID, user, and email address. Now, I don't care about the login, and I don't care about the email. So I'm going to go over here to available data on the right, and I'm going to select the data that I want to be in my file. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this warning. We're not going to be re-importing this data back into WPL import, so we don't care. Starting off, we have standard. Now, I just want to make a nice spreadsheet that has a list of all my users and some relevant info. So I want their email address. I want their first name. I want their last name. I want to see when they registered. Let's keep scrolling. And that's about that for standard. We have some custom fields here. So if we had, for example, a membership plugin or something like that, then their custom field info would show up down here. But I don't really care about any of this stuff. Down in other, we have their password, things like this. Now the password, this is all secure. So this is the hashed version of their password. As you can see here, it does not export their passwords in clear text. That's not secure. And it's also not really possible. This is mostly for migration. So if you had to migrate these users to a different WordPress site, you could migrate the hashed version of their password, and then their password is still going to work on the new site. But it's not really useful in this context. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep going. And this is all the information that is just kind of in WordPress in case you need it. I don't really need any of it. What I do want is I do want my ACF data. So I've added some advanced custom fields with the advanced custom fields plugin. We have people's address in here and their phone number. So those get automatically detected by WPL Export Pro, and we'll drag those in. All right, so let's check out our spreadsheet. Looks pretty good. I want to change some of these columns up at the top though. Like, doesn't need to be user email. We can just make it email. So we'll click that, delete this guy. That looks good. Save that one. And then first name, last name, I kind of don't want those in a separate column. I just want them in the same column. So I'm going to add a new field here, and I'm going to name this column name. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom export field. Go over to standard. We're going to drag in the first name, add a space, and the last name. And this is going to make one column in our file, in our export file, one export field that has two. It has their first name and their last name with a space. Now you can do all sorts of crazy stuff in here. You can add custom text like Mr. whatever. That static text is going to show up in there. You can add a custom PHP function down here and process this data via custom PHP, whatever you want to do. In this case, we're just going to combine two fields. Let's preview it. Oops, the name got deleted. So we'll preview that. And there you go. There is our custom export field with our first name and last name in it. So we'll go ahead and save that. And let's rearrange some things. So let's get rid of first name, last name. We don't need that anymore. Bring name over here. Just change this to registered. If we want to, we can change the date format here. I don't really care. I'm just going to leave it as it is. We'll save that. Put this over there. There we go. Looks good. Let's go ahead and preview one last time. All right. So we have email, registered name, address, and a phone number. Perfect. So I'm going to dismiss that there. Give that a close. Down here, we have some advanced options. So we can change the CSV separator if we wanted to. We could get rid of the CSV headers, the column headers if we wanted to, but I'm just going to leave those in there. And we'll check out export type. So here we can decide if we want to have an Excel file, an XLSX file, the new modern Excel file format, or just a CSV. In this case, we'll just leave it here as the CSV, but we can add those if we want to. CSVs are openable by any spreadsheet software, so including text editors, so they're pretty cool. Over here, if we wanted to export to XML, we could do that pretty easily. There's two different options. We have a simple XML feed, which has a drag and drop just like this, or custom XML, where you can actually write the whole custom XML file yourself. But again, in this case, we're just going to stick to our CSV. So we'll go ahead and close that and continue. All right, so we have 959 users ready for export. We're just going to leave these settings here. Just go with the defaults and confirm and run the export. And we're going to come back when this is finished. It'll just take a few minutes. All right, that didn't take too long. So we're all finished up. So what we can do is we can download our CSV that has all of our exported users in it. We can download the bundle here. This would be if we're going to be migrating our users from this WordPress install to another one. If that's what you're doing, check the video description below. We have a slightly streamlined process for that. In the video down there, we have our scheduling options. So we can have this import run on a schedule. And if we were running it on a schedule, we would probably be interested in Zapier, which is how we could integrate that export file and have it sent via email or to send it to Dropbox or something like that whenever that scheduled export runs. And finally, we could, if we wanted to download our CSV, edit it in Excel or Numbers or Google Sheets or whatever, and then bulk edit it and import it back into WordPress with WPL import to bulk edit our users. But again, in this case, we're just going to download our CSV and let's open it up and check it out. All right, so here is our exported file, and it's exactly how we set it up. We have our email, registered date, our custom export field with the name. We have their address and their phone number. Looks good. And let's just double check. We have all 959 users. There's 960 rows because the first row is, of course, the header. So that is all it takes to export WordPress users to CSV or Excel using WP All Export. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.